standing behind this solo bar, pouring pints and watching the stars. Fiddles playing and the fire's bright, and Doc's got the whole place laughing tonight. Boots are stomping on the wooden floor. The door swings wide and in come more. And every soul with a glass in hand is singing loud with a merry band. Hey! Ho! Raise 'em high! Let 'em flow! So drink, my friends, and be merry tonight. Sing till the dawn brings the morning light. There might be a scuffle or two in fun, but we'll all shake hands when the night is done. And the lads keep staring, the lasses laugh, while I keep pouring pint after pint on tap. So clap your hands and sing along. This is Doc's Pub Drinking Song. I've seen bold men boast and fall off chairs, seen two hotheads settle their dares. One quick swing and a lot of noise, then they're buying rounds like proper boys. And the girls all dance when the fiddles play, hair flying wild and the candles sway. And I just grin as I wipe the bar, 'cause nights like this are the best by far. Hey! Ho! Raise 'em high! Let 'em flow! Now troubles don't walk through my door, they're left outside on the tavern floor. For laughter's loud and the hearts are free, that's the way a good night ought to be. And Doc just smiles and lifts his glass, saying these are the nights that always last. So drink, my friends, and be merry tonight. Sing till the dawn brings the morning light. With voices loud and spirits high, we'll toast the moon in the Irish sky. And when the last call bell is rung, we'll swear this night was the finest one. So stomp your feet and sing it strong. This is Doc's Pub Drinking Floor. Hey! Hey! Ho! Raise 'em high! Let 'em flow! Hey! Ho! Same time tomorrow! Don't be slow!
Oh, hello, everybody. Hello. Raid is inbound. We got one that's coming in from KFAR. His show's going off the air. That's why I went on a little early. But Retire Crop. Let me get my cursor over to you real quick. Where is my cursor? Gosh, I can't stand it. There it goes. Retire Crop. It is nice. Like wrong person. Where are you, Retire Crop? I had you. There. I am so happy to hear that you were able to walk without your walker today. That is awesome. Took a few steps, and that's so I hope your recovery is becoming fast. And sure, Jan, thank you for subscribing. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, like I said, we got a little early start because KFAR was wrapping up his live stream. I told him I'll go ahead and go live, and he would send everyone up my way. And we'll this one only I'd like to do like these live streams for 30 minutes, but we'll keep going up to close to 8:30 to send everyone over to Killamilla if he goes live tonight. That being said, some interesting things going on. One thing I found out today, and I hadn't planned to talk about it because I kind of found out about it late, but apparently yesterday, Goat Boy had slotted Dr. Dave. And, you know, swatting it, my personal opinion of if someone goes through the process of swatting somebody, their goal is to at the end of the day end their life. Swatting is a dangerous situation, especially when you're using describing a person dangerous that might use deadly weapons against law enforcement, and that was in essence what they did. What Goat Boy did allegedly. Based upon the little limited information we have, it is believed to be Goat Boy, but we're not going as but that has not been 100% proven yet. I'm sure it will be though. And yes, looks like we got a new name here. Goat Boy is the shite, and I would say, BJ, you're absolutely right. Goat Boy is the shite. Is in the shite. Excuse me. You didn't say is the shite. Is in the shite. And Church of POS adds Goat Boy is a coward. So yeah, my opinion of that situation is very, very simple. You're putting someone's life in danger especially when you intentionally lie about certain things, lying about them wanting to commit harm to someone. That's more direct harm, or lying about stalking someone's daughter, involving kids. That's putting someone's life in danger. It's to me when I start seeing false claims like that, their goal is to try to harm that individual, not with credibility, but with physical harm. Accusing a man of murdering his wife when she committed self-deletion. That is trying to not just harm his reputation, but also harm him physically, because someone out there will start believing it. And we see it time and time again. And this kind of behavior needs to stop. It really does. But you're not here to hear me talk about that. You probably want to hear what happened with Chris and Tiffany at court today. And I'm sure you probably heard it from 2 or 3 different angles. I've watched it myself. I took notes, and I took notes in my handy dandy, not my how to get away with crime notebook from ktsaid.com. So I took time out and wrote notes in. So this is in Central Time Zone because that's the time zone I'm in. Remember, the court would be in Indiana, in the Eastern Time Zone. So at 1:37 p.m., Reiter came on. So he was actually present at 1:37 that I can confirm. 1:56, I have actually saw Amber Brown come in on Zoom, but then go away. At 2:04, there was a delay from the judge, tech issues, what they said. But 14:07, we see JJ, Amber, and Todd entering the courtroom. JJ and Amber sat on one side and Todd, generally specific, sat on the other side. At about the same time, that's when they announced that Clay was not present. Thomas Clay was not in court. This is when they also said that he did put in a request to withdraw. Chris Reiter had made a comment that apparently Thomas Clay does not know tech at that time. But the judge did confirm it was health issues reasons why that request is put in. Reiter did try to reach out to Clay via phone and via text. That did not. They could not get hold of him. Roughly around 2:12 p.m., Reiter announced that someone is live streaming. It turns out to be Christopher Ruff or Direct D. Okay. And apparently, folks in Texas have got a little tornado warning going on. So sorry about that. I hope they are safe if you're listening in the Texas area. I hope you are staying safe. So basically, someone is live streaming. It turns out to be DirectD. Ryder does complain. And about 2:20, they announced it would be rescheduled on May 12th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. More likely, it's going to be a Zoom call again, and this is going to be where basically Thomas Clay has to be there and just say, "This is why why I'm recusing myself. I have to be dismissed from this case." Now, Ryder continues to do some other antics. He was on camera, and he literally was showing on the phone where there was something going on that looked like from YouTube. Couldn't make out much details from my angle because it was very small. He also went on, continued to complain about DirectD still streaming. He making comments that DirectD was flipping him off on YouTube. And that was the funniest way. If you listen to him, it sounded like he was a 3-year-old trying to tell on his big brother to mama. That was exactly how he'd sound like to me. He's flipping me off. He's shooting me the bird. He's shooting me the bird, mama. He's shooting me the bird, mama. And I'm sitting there going, this does not make you look good, dude. You already made an announcement. If it continues, then guess what? If the judge really wants to do something about it, she would take care of it. At the same time, as Ryder's trying to tell on DirectD, he's going, well, Your Honor, he's a business partner of JJ's. But JJ doesn't control the guy. They may have a business venture together, but JJ does not control what Christopher Ruff does on YouTube. So it's one of those things. I heard that they were not going to allow recording nor live streaming, and I chose not to do that. I just chose to listen to what's going on and take notes as I was working. And you know what? I heard the same thing. I didn't actually see what was happening on that channel. So I wanted to. I heard about I wanted to play at least a clip of it, but it was already removed by the time I started looking for it. So yeah, that was kind of not a fun situation at all. And the first time when Chris Ryder complained, he could have got if DirectD went offline, probably would have been, he could probably got away with it by saying, I just did not know I could not live stream it. But at the same time, it was funny. It was classic gold. Watching Ryder having a meltdown about it. Again, I wish I was where I could record it, because I would play that, at least that little clip of it. But he was having a massive meltdown. It was crazy. They did end up having to ask one question because they're concerned that they may have to go pro se. And their question was, how do we submit our paperwork? Because we cannot go to the clerk of court's office in Meade County. And it's one of those situations. Yes, they are trespassed from there. They cannot enter in the office for any reasons. It has to be done by their lawyers or their lawyer staff. And pretty much the judge said, well, let's get to that point, and then we'll determine. But at the end of the day, it would probably the judge kind of hint to them, you need to have an attorney. So will they go with a public defender, or will they have to go hire another attorney? And That's remains to be seen. I don't understand. I don't understand why Chris Ryder's not talking to his attorney more regularly. Uh, I That's one of those things. I think if I was in his shoes, I would be calling him every other day at least and say, "What? How are we looking? Is there anything you need from me?" Chris Ryder's not doing that. He acts like he only talks to him like the day of court, and I don't think that's a good idea. Hey, Killamilla. So yeah, Kelly, are you going to be live tonight? And so that's kind of where we are with that court case. It's not much of nothing happened. It was what I speculated to be as far as the his dismissal paperwork was concerned. If there was health issues, I'm sure there are other issues that's not being said, but based upon what other things we observed from Chris Ryder, but it's documented as health issues. Now I want to say this: I hope Thomas Clay does get better, does is able to take care of his health matters, uh, and at the end of the day, it's probably best that he does step away from this case for those reasons, for the health reasons. But and hopefully, whoever becomes Ryder's new attorney, uh, pretty much explain to Ryder that he has to quit what he's doing because he's only adding more and more fuel to the fire that he's already created, and it's getting ready to get out of control if it hadn't already done so. Okay, so that is our court case update, and it's not much there. I wish I had a lot more about it, but it's not much there. So it brings to me what I really want to talk about today. Saturday, G Swag had an issue with people posting his personal pictures from his Facebook account, and basically, GS had turned around and said, "Well, you're the one who's endangering your family by posting those pictures on Facebook." I don't agree with GS because a normal, respectful human being would not take those pictures and use them to harass, intimidate, or cause alarm to another human being. A normal human being would just not worry about it. A normal human being who might have a grief with another adult would not be using their kids' pictures. But we are not talking about normal human beings. We're talking about one that has said about hanging out at someone else's house in his underwear where there's a minor child there and saying, "I'm waiting with my gun." Wanting somebody to come to his household and threatening that man's daughter, and has taken some of these pictures of G Swag's family and put them out there on YouTube, and another man backing him up with it. And although I do agree with Swag, it's not meant for that kind of thing. That people posting pictures of their family in Facebook is not endangering your child's life. But unfortunately, we are dealing with people who cannot be mature or could not be trusted, who are very demented in the mind. What kind of normal human being would go into someone's Facebook account and bring up pictures of that with their family to harass another person with? What kind of normal human being spend hours hunting down a name of someone that has said many things to them? What kind of human being goes and calling an employer of someone that they don't like should try to get them fired? I'll answer it. In my mind, a very pathetic human being. Maybe you should concentrate on your life and not what everyone else is doing. What I'm seeing is two individuals who are so highly jealous of everything around them that they're trying to attack. And they're not focusing on things they need to be focused on. One says that his business is YouTube, but yet he does not check his emails. The other one, I don't know what his business is other than trying to keep himself out of jail, but that's not going too well for him right now. So, what do we do with this? How do we handle that? Well, the best thing we can do in Facebook is lock our accounts down. Now, I found a very good informative video on how to do that. That was made in 2025. It was supposed to be for the 2026, the most updated stuff. I have found sometimes locking YouTube, your Facebook account down can be tricky because they don't put the stuff right there where you can see it right away. So this video that I'm going to play will help you with that. Oh, by the way, the channel is called Mr. Tutorial. I do have the link to their channel in my description. In fact, let's do this. I'm going to put it also in the chat. I found them to be very, very good with what they talked about here. And I would definitely encourage you to go check them out, see what else they may have that you may need to learn how to do. So let's see. Let me go ahead and share this tab. Come on. Scroll this back up so you can see that. And here we go.
Profile. By doing this, you can 100% control who can see your photos, past posts, friend list, and how your profile appears to people who aren't your friends. If you're new here, hit subscribe and the bell icon so you don't miss easy tech tips every few days. Okay, first, you need to open the Facebook app on your phone. Then, on your Facebook homepage, tap on the menu icon here. Next, you'll see this menu page appear. To lock your Facebook profile, tap on the settings option at the top. You'll then see the settings and privacy.
So this is what I like about this video. They show you where these buttons are, how to find them to get to where you need to. And even if it has changed since when this video came out, it's giving you enough information where you should be able to find what you're looking for.
Screen. Scroll down until you find the Audience and Visibility section. At the bottom of this section, you'll see Profile Locking. To lock your Facebook profile, just tap on this option. Then you'll see the Lock Your Profile screen. By activating the Lock Profile feature, you should know that only your friends will be able to see your past and future photos, posts, and stories on your profile. So here, just click on Lock Your Profile to lock your Facebook account. After that, you'll see this confirmation screen showing the status, you locked your profile. That means you have successfully locked your Facebook profile. But if you're
All right, so that one button function is very, very good. It'll keep that profile locked down where that people only will see your primary photo, and that's about it. But let's go say if you need to lock down even more, or you just don't have that button on your Facebook account because of whatever device or whatever settings may have been set up. So the narrator is getting ready to cover this.
Your Facebook account doesn't have the profile locking feature, don't worry. You can still lock your profile manually. Let me show you how. Tap again on the menu icon, then on the menu screen, tap Settings at the top. Next, you'll see the Settings and Privacy screen appear. To lock your Facebook profile manually, it's very simple. Tap on Privacy Checkup, and you'll see the Privacy Checkup screen. Scroll down and tap on Who Can See What You Share. You'll now see the Who Can See What You Share page. Here, you need to change all the settings related to profile information, audience, tagging, and blocking. Tap Continue, and you'll see the Profile Information section.
Let me pause that right there. Okay, so in this sample, you can see where basically the information can be only shared, only can be viewed by only me. But when you click on these options, it can change from only me to friends and friends of friends, or to all. Obviously, there's some information you probably don't want your friends to see. You may not want your birthday year to be even seen by them. Hey, Secret, how you doing? This is very, very, very good information to have. So just knowing what you can offer, how much can be seen, is a very powerful tool. Very, very powerful tool. And that keeps people from being able to see all kinds of stuff. The music, let me turn this down just a hair. All right. If that's too loud in the background, let me know. I'll turn it down a little bit more. So this is very, very helpful. Let's keep this going.
In this section, you need to change the settings for all your profile details such as phone number, email address, date of birth, hometown, and relationship. Tap on each item and change the setting from public to only me.
So yes, you see you got close friends, only me, friends, friends of friends, and public. And each category is very, very self-explanatory. All right, I'll turn it down a hair more. Where's that? There we go. That's better. Must have turned down the wrong item. All right. How's this current sound? How does it sound to you now, Secret? Should be about. I kind of got around that point. All right. So, like I said, each one's very, very self-explanatory.
Which means the information can only be seen by you. Your friends or the public won't be able to see your profile details. After that, tap Save. You'll need to change all of these details to only me, okay? Then tap Next, and you'll see the Audience section. In the Who Can See Your Future Posts option, tap it and select Only Me. This means only you can see your future posts. Tap Save. Next, tap on Who Can See Your Stories. Choose Friends, and tap Save again. Then tap Next, and you'll see the tagging section. In this part, tap on Who Can See.
So yeah, by doing this will just, if you want to lock it down where you can see your tags, it would only be you. But you can limit down to your friends, or friends of friends, or public.
Posts that you're tagged in on your profile, and select Only Me again. Tap Save. Next, tap Next again, and you'll see the blocking section. For this one, you can just tap Next. After that,
now let's just say you are aware of someone, you know their Facebook account, and you know you don't want that person to be able to bother you or find you. You can go ahead and just add their name at the blocking section. That is not a bad idea at all. Okay.
you'll see the message, "You're all set." That means you've successfully changed the privacy settings for your Facebook account. In other words, you've successfully locked your Facebook profile. Easy, right? And that's all for today's tutorial. If this video...
Okay, Master Tutorial is the channel name. Please go check them out, as they might have other instructions on how to lock down other things. It's a crying shame that we have to do this. Again, I'm not saying that if you put your picture out on Facebook with your family, that another person has a right to use it to harass you with. They don't. But unfortunately, we live in a society that we have to do some things to protect ourselves and our loved ones. And this is one of those things. Truthfully, I have maintained my Facebook account to be locked for years. Career that I was in at the time, the job I was working, I had to. And I'm always glad that I did. Yes, I just went through it and just made sure everything was still locked down. And that's another thing that I would recommend. Ever so often, go double check your Facebook account. Because if the Facebook might push down an update, that would turn everything back on. And they have done that in the past when they changed their privacy terms of use, terms of service, TOS documentation. They would turn things back on, which I think is kind of ridiculous. There's a reason why people choose to cut it off. You don't want your stuff shared out there to everybody. You just want it shared to your friends, to your close ones. We are living in a society where families are miles and miles apart, states and states apart. So this is one of the ways that they can stay in touch, showing what's going on with the young ones, to the grandparents, to the uncles, to their aunts, to their brothers, to their sisters. And yet we have people who want to take advantage of that and to torment them and let them and think that it's perfectly all right because that person put the picture online. No, it's not all right. Not one little bit. If you had, like I said, an ounce of decency in you, you would not be harassing people by using their pictures of their kids. But again, we are talking about individuals that's demonstrated they don't have decency. Okay, wait a minute. Secret, now you got Secret's asked a question. I'm now curious what we're talking about here. Is there any confirmation of any being pregnant? I don't know. That makes me wonder. What is the conversation we are having? Anyways, Secret, I know you got the link. If you want to come up, you may. Is there? And if there's anyone that wants to come up, that's got to say something. I will put the link in the chat, and let me also share the link to that channel for that we just viewed. Again, good stuff. I think it's worthwhile for you to take a look at it, because you probably don't want to just do that for your Facebook account. If you got an Instagram account, if you got whatever other social media that's out there. There's so many of them now on Twitter, X, whatever they call it now. Just you want to know how to lock it down. All right. So, oh, cool, Dove. That's so cool. Are they some of the new ones, or just or ones that you had for a little bit? But that's cool. So the goats are a couple of the goats may be pregnant. That is, I would guess that would be not such a bad thing. Okay, bad joke. I'm sorry, dad joke. All right. So let's do this. I am putting this link out there. However, that does not mean Chris Reiter can come on my panel, because I will kick him out. I'm letting him know now. Chris Reiter, Todd Bryant, you two are not invited. And anyone else I say is not invited will not be invited. So we want to have an open panel here. Let me go ahead and pin that in my chat. And we'll go from there. And when we hear someone come in, I'll let them up. Unfortunately, Swag's not here today. I really so badly want to just tell him to shut up, you know. Nah, just joking. Swag's a great guy. He is a great guy. All right, so let me pin that there. All right, so Twiggy, I see you in the house. How's it going, Twiggy? So we got all kinds of crazy stuff going on. I'm sorry to announce that court case was a bust for us. It was one of those things that I wish we did not have. I wish we had more to announce. It was not great. Oh, wait, Dove. Really? So there's other people that want goats named after them. We do have. There is one goat that's been named after Doc, after me. So that was kind of cool when we had Doc the goat. In fact, I kind of created a cartoon avatar. And let's go ahead and we got someone already in this background. Ready to come up. Hey, Secret.
Hello. I didn't think I would make it in time. I'm sorry I'm late. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. The music's just a little too loud.
Let me turn it down here. I do like that song. It's just that is a very mellow song.
Mm-hmm.
So that's yeah. Let me a little bit more. There we go. That should be.
That's good.
That's gooder.
Yeah.
And we got Professor Chaos.
It's kind of hard to hear over
there.
there.
Yeah, that's gooder.
Yeah.
Okay, and Professor Chaos, I think we got an echo on your end.
Yes, we do, and I'm taking care of that right now. There we go.
All right, outstanding.
I saw your thing, and I had to rush home and get out of my monkey suit, my suit and tie, and hop on for you guys. So it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, outstanding. I did, man. To be fair, I did start a little bit early. Okay, Farr was in his. I told him I'll go live and just send my way, and it worked out good. So, yeah. So sometimes that's what we kind of. I'm sorry.
No, I don't even. I think I was just commenting that I had to rush home too and peel off scrubs.
Yeah. And I can understand that because getting out of those scrubs and taking that shower is probably
very important.
It's very important.
Very important.
Very, very important. Yes.
Yeah, I gotta disinfect my car tomorrow.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I want to ask, but maybe I won't ask.
A patient I went to found out after I had left, so I didn't have the correct, PPE. They had bed bugs. So, yeah, so it's sitting in the sun right now with all the windows up. It's been sitting in the sun all day. Yeah. Okay. So in case any were attached to my shoes or anything like that and happened to jump off, like it's sitting out in the sun.
Yes, and just in case someone does not know what PPE is.
Oh, personal protective equipment.
Yes. So in that case, it probably been you wearing like one of those paper gowns and paper shoes.
No, I would have worn what's called a bunny suit.
Okay.
So that just, oh my gosh.
Okay.
With the whole rabbit thing, yeah, wearing a bunny suit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's like a onesie pajamas, but they're made of paper.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I rushed home and peeled off my lizard skin.
Yeah. I'm sure. Well, the bad thing is, yeah. Hey,
apparently that was peeled off long ago.
But to be honest with you, though, I mean, I think that's kind of how a lot of nurses or a lot of people in the medical profession. Let's not just say nurses. Let's say medical profession in general. They feel like that every time they come home. They have to get out of those clothes and take a quick shower.
Yeah, I think anybody who has patient contact, I think that's the first thing I do. I've got a laundry hamper right when second, and then it doesn't go traipsing through the house. It's like right in the laundry room. So
yeah.
Yep.
And it's much needed. Now, you and I had talked about this. I know a little more. I was an EMT. I worked in a hospital in the IT realm of work, so I kind of understand these things. And even in IT, there were times that we would have to gear up, put on the PPE before we walked in the patient's room to fix the monitor, so the nurse can properly chart. And it was like, what happened to whatever happened to using paper and pen? And they look at you crazy.
Oh, the paper, the 3 charts, documenting in 3 different charts.
If you read a doctor's shorthand, it's like trying to decipher hieroglyphics. It's it's kind of good that we went away from that, because doctors now have to like actually spell out their orders. Before, I used to help out in medical transcriptions, and some of those doctors, I swear it was hieroglyphics. It was like bird, plane, truck, 20 ml, truck.
Yeah.
Dot, slash.
Oh, yes. And a lot of it, they were using their medical shorthand, and some of it's their own shorthand that no one else knows.
Yeah. Well, and now it's nice because now they just click little boxes, so if a doctor wants to put in an order, they just like search the name of the med, they click it, and they click how many tablets, how often, or, how many mLs. And so, I mean, they don't even have to write anything anymore.
Yeah.
It does it all for them.
Yes. And then get to where if the doctor has a good relationship with the pharmacy, third-party pharmacy, they put into orders through the pharmacy's website, and the pharmacy feels that the patient doesn't have to do anything. They don't have to bring a paper copy and come back an hour or two later to get their prescription. They just go to the pharmacy and it'll be ready. If the pharmacist's not busy. I tell you, one of my favorites.
Cut down on killing trees.
Yes, it helps out a lot. One of my favorite stories, though, is in the IT realm of the hospital environment. We were bringing down the network at the hospital to upgrade the network. And it was made clear and known for at least 2 weeks in advance. It's happening at this time. And I actually went to the business office. I was the business manager and I were friends. We talked constantly, and she voiced, I am really upset about this. The registration clerks, they're going to be lost. And I'm like, well, let me ask, if I tell you that this is a good thing, what would you say? And not just about the upgrade. It's just why. And she's like, I don't know. I don't know. Why would you say it's a good thing? Well, this is getting ready to happen. We're 2 weeks away from it. This is time that you have to prepare for that downtime. But in most network downtimes, there is no preparation. It just went down. This is your chance to kind of build a platform, a plan. So when your network goes down unplanned, your staff knows what they need to do to keep things functioning until it comes back up. And she was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. So it's the time to figure that mess out. It's not when it came down.
Not when it
as
happened.
an emergency. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember when the hospital I worked at went from paper to electronic. We prepared for like a month, and oh my gosh.
How many of your old school nurses kind of got upset about that?
I think it was really only, you know what? I can't even think of if there was pushback. I think more the pharmacy was pushback because they had to hand input all of the orders
Ah,
one by
okay.
one.
One by one. Okay.
One
Yeah, I
by
can see
one.
that now.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, I'm just thinking that like some of the older nurses that at that point that have been in for like 20, 30 years, probably not very computer literate, might not care for it. I can see that.
oh, I'm sure there was. I mean,
Yeah.
there was still quite a bit. I mean, even just, I don't know, 5 years ago at a rehab facility that I was working at, um, half was electronic and half was paper. So, and I want to say, like, that's how nursing school was too, was half paper, half electronic.
Yeah, that is kind of weird that a facility would be half paper and half electronics. That's where you would have problems, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what I remember is that orders, like prescriptions, those were all paper. Assessments were done electronic,
Mhm.
from what I remember, because I remember in school having to take a bunch of prescriptions and learn how to read them, or
Right.
take a bunch of like orders from the doc, and I had to like transcribe them.
Translate, not transcribe,
Yeah,
translate.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's funny, like people send text messages and they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that's not what I meant to say." It's like, and they'll type it all out, and I'm like, you have to remember, as I decipher doc talk all day long. Like I can
Oh yeah.
decipher your text.
So I did miss a little bit of what KFAR was talking about. So I take it we got another pushback on the case today.
Well, yes. In fact, I was viewing that court case. I took notes. The big thing was we were Greg D last week announced that uh,
T
Clay
Clay.
was T Clay was dismissing himself wanted to be dismissed from the case, and I did say, and if that is true, it would probably be for health reasons because that's very well documented that he has health issues. And yes, that was the reasons. Now, I said my speculations, I added a speculation to it. I am sure that there are other reasons that he's not saying publicly. We would never know if it's true or not. But one other reasons could include things like Reiter's not listening to his attorney, and Reiter's probably not paying his attorney. And I think if Reiter wasn't listening to his attorney, but was paying his attorney and was rich and making sure the attorney was getting paid, T. Clay probably would try to hang on as long as he could.
I picture T. Clay like an exasperated older Jim Carrey from Liar Liar.
Yeah.
Just yelling at the phone.
This may have been the case that broke T. Clay.
He may not have been able to say the pen is blue.
Candace. Gosh, okay, Candace.
No, Candace, don't you know now is that I'm a surgeon. I got an upgrade.
Oh, I caught that whole discussion. It's amazing how those two can like roll off each other. It's like you would never give these two men a bag of doorknobs because of the sheer outcome that would come from it. Like baby oil and candles, it would be horrible.
Oh my god.
Oh
I
gosh.
don't even. Yeah, it's like they're.
And let me also add something else to here. You see, I'm starting a hashtag. I got carrots. If you know what it means, you know what it means. That's all I'm going to say with that. Right, Secret?
Yep, I got carrots too.
You guys will have to tell me later. I want to know.
Oh, we'll tell you. And so I'm going to start adding that hashtag in my video descriptions as well here. But I want to tell you something. Something I did notice lately. Someone keeps on wants to mention my name constantly in different chats. Well, not chats, but different panels. Have you noticed that secret?
I'm neither.
I'm sorry?
Sorry. Giggles. I'm neither.
Oh, okay. It's Courtney. Have you noticed that though lately, Secret? I think you were on the panel one time. He started mentioning my name again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, dude, what do you want? Seriously, dude, do you want to date me or something? No, I mean, I know you tried to say I'm gay, and that might. Okay, I'll agree with you. I'm gay. I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Okay, so you're not my type. You're not my type. No. So quit trying to fascinate over me. That's creepy, dude. That's creepy.
Well, I mean, did you hear Bao's live when I was talking about and talking about working in the jail and in the ER and the people who come in with things in their bums, and I mean, Reiter just could not let it go.
Oh, you could hear.
No, he couldn't. It was creepy.
Yeah. You could hear how jealous. He's like, "Ooh, what kind of stuff do you pull out?"
Right?
Oh, serious. He was getting.
I'm curious. Tell me.
He was getting too excited.
Well, and I mean, I've got some crazy stories, but I will tell you is that those, stories from the ER are not ones that people are like, "Oh my gosh, tell me more."
No, I don't want to hear them. I've lived some of it. I mean, we're talking about some. I mean, how many lay persons who are CPR certified can say that they've done CPR? Not many.
Not many.
Yeah, not in a true clinical setting. Not really truly doing it on a person that needs it.
They probably have never done it.
Well, it took the class.
Majority
never had to use that. Thank goodness. Knock on wood. Hope I never have to.
Yeah.
But I had to do CPR when I did work in the ER. And remember, I was an EMT, and I was EMT in two different stints. But back in the late '90s, I was an EMT, and I actually worked in ambulance and ER. And a couple of times I was the person that was doing the chest compression while the doctors were working the patient in the ER. And I remember one patient in particular. Well, I don't remember the patient themselves. I don't remember the face. Don't remember anything details. Just other than I was doing CPR and the heart came back, which is kind of freaky feeling. Mm-hmm. Not just doing the chest compressions and then suddenly you feel the heart come back. And I'm not looking at the doc. I've got a heartbeat. I feel the heartbeat.
I heard that moment, Doc. I used to work for Lifeline. The help I followed and I can't get up button. So I've had to instruct a family member, like, hey, these are instructions from EMS. You need to start chest compressions. And then you hear them like, oh, and then it's like you could hear this relief when you really feel that heartbeat again. It's like it's this overwhelming feeling that you can't even hide in when it happens.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like the weight of your whole you're just tense. That's why people are always. I don't know about how you guys were, but after every time I've done a code, is that they pretty much put you on light duty because your body is just so exhausted that you feel like a bus ran over you, especially if you're the one switching with compressions. But now that they have the automatics, yeah.
I don't remember being exhausted back then. I know I would be exhausted now. But I think that it was the adrenaline pumping in me after the fact that kind of kept me going until.
Didn't you just ever feel just completely wiped out?
Emotionally, yes.
Yeah.
But not physically. And back then, now I know today, if I had to do chest compressions, I would be wiped out probably in 2 minutes because it is physically demanding.
Yeah, if I try to jump down from a high, a foot and a half ledge, or maybe even 6 inches, you got to call the EMS for me. I'm learn my back, I'll break a leg or something. Yeah. The warranty has expired.
Yeah.
Or the sick in your stomach. You know what, Mag, is that I've if you do chest compressions correctly, especially on, like kids or teenagers, like somebody who is under the age, I would say, of, I don't know, maybe 65, you don't really break ribs. It's the elderly that their ribs break. And sometimes it's not even ribs. Sometimes it's just the cartilage.
Right.
Oh yeah, they end up with a purple chest.
Yeah. I have to say, knock on wood, is that I've never broken a rib.
And you also want to make sure your hand placement is right. You don't want to be on that cyclic process because you can actually puncture lungs. And I still do it the old school way. American Red Cross used to teach it back when I was like, oh gosh, this is a long time ago, when I was 16 years old. That's the first time I got certified, when I was 16 years old. And they taught, follow the rib cage to the toward the cycloid process, lay down finger and go right above that finger, and that's how you find your placement. And I've been doing it for years. American Red Cross gets rid of that teaching. They just basically telling people put their hands there, and I still do it. The senior instructor for the company I work for, I became an instructor as well for the company, and we had to maintain certification for at least 50% of our employees. So it was cheaper for them to have a couple of people that would teach it. He knows that's how I did it, and he never said anything to me because he saw how efficient I was with it. And me and him were talking. I said, "That's just, I've been doing it since I was 16. This is how I've been always doing it." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, well, you just don't change it." And but we remember we were having that discussion about the blind finger sweep.
Never. I know that's what they did, but no.
That's what they did back then. I remember them teaching that. And no, you have to be able to see the item to get it out. At least that's the American Red Cross teaching.
And if you see it, then turn them on their side and pat, hit their back.
Right.
Don't
and
ever
that might be
stick your
American
hand
Heart
in someone's mouth. Ooh.
Yeah, because that's a good way to come back with a missing finger.
Yes.
That horror movie that's coming out where it's like the scene where she's like in the chair and she reaches in and it's like the second set of jaws closes. Oh, it's so scary.
Is that a horror movie that's out?
Like psychological thing coming out recently. I saw some trailer, or it could already be out. I'm that behind. But I remember thinking out of me. It's like she's reaching in the mouth, and that's this older lady with her mouth wide, you could see the teeth. She's got her mouth wide open, and then a nurse, she's got her blue scrubs and her gloves on, and she's reaching in really, really trepidatiously, just and then she gets closer, and you see a second set of teeth. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, no. Nope. I am never.
I want to find and
stick my fingers. No, I am not sticking my fingers in anyone's mouth. No.
My fingers in a toddler's mouth to retrieve a small item they were chewing on, and accidentally got my fingernail and my pad of my thumb or my pad of my finger between their teeth. And ooh boy, toddlers. Ooh. And then
my gosh.
Like, ooh, I love you. Let go. Oh no, I can't.
Yeah.
No.
I love you. Ow, that hurts so bad.
Oh,
love kids.
That's a lot there.
Clay is now resigning from the case due to quote unquote health reasons. Chrissy's got a new lawyer that hasn't spoken to him, I heard, is what paper says.
Yeah, there's another attorney that they mentioned, an attorney that maybe Clay had recommended to him. Very little bit of information was said about that right now. Biggest thing was T. Clay wasn't there, and they couldn't go through the process of officially dismissing him from the case and announce who the new attorney is. And it sounded to me,
don't have new attorneys.
Well, it sounded to me they didn't know what was going on. So that just tells me how often Reiter's not talking to his attorney. I think I would be on the phone with him. He's too busy playing on YouTube.
I know. He's too busy running his mouth. Yeah. And then, number one, people on Zoom think that it's not really court when you're on Zoom. And it's like, no, you're really in court.
I've seen plenty of videos that, like, those judges, they'll say, you need to be present. You're not to be eating, no vaping. You're taking that off. You are to conduct yourself with proper court decorum, as if you were right in front of the judge. Like,
yeah. And playing your YouTube video for he was more worried about Ruff being live than his case. I mean, what? Yeah. No driving.
I don't see why.
And then the judge, to give them legal advice, big no-no.
Yeah, very big no-no. That is very big no-no. I think Judge Shoemaker is so frustrated with this case. This case should have been done last year. You probably should never even heard of it, Secret. To be honest.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, that's what people have said.
And it seems like it takes, the more and more charges Chris Reiter will collect. To the point that the only way the judge is going to be able to, the only way that Reiter will not get any more charges is by the judge pulling his bond, revoking his bond, putting him in jail.
Yeah.
Because he's not taking anything serious with the.
No, he's not. The way he reached out to that media, the way he did it, and what he expressed to them without even presenting a modicum of the truth, just shows how little serious he's taking his court case. He thinks he's going to be getting off, scot-free. He's going to walk out of that courthouse and dance a little jig and skip down those court steps, arm in arm with Tiffany, and then they're going to go home to their non-existent family. Like, he thinks this is going to turn out like bananas for him. I don't know how delusional this one man.
Yeah, exactly. I think he really thinks he's going to win this case, and it's like, dude, you recorded most of the evidence.
And 60 days or so to get spun up and ready for trial. But you know what? He's not going to be. I don't think he'll get a private attorney. I think he will get a public defender, and the public defender is just going to be like, "Dude, you're fucked."
Mm-hmm.
Plea deal, Chris.
Yeah. If they want to do a plea deal now.
Oh no!
At this point,
what, 3 years in December?
Yeah, it's been about that long, yes. So the prosecution's like, oh, no, we're not going to give him probation. He's going to spend a little time in prison. The amount of crap he put us through, he's going to spend a little time in jail.
Well, and it's kind of disappointing to watch the prosecutors also just be so, like kid gloves with, the people like Reiter who, I think are, that abuse the system. They know who he is. They know what he's done. And, he's that annoying little pest. And like, just to avoid any kind of conflict, they treat him with kid gloves. And it's like, why?
Yeah. Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you letting him play games with you? The best way to stop a lot of this stuff is making a sample of someone. And Reiter is the one that has pushed the envelope so far. You need to make an example of them.
Well, and my thing is I look at it like, okay, so big deal. He's gonna, throw out a bunch of lawsuits or, motions and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I get it. It's time consuming. It's annoying. But there's just got to be a way for them to be like, okay, enough is enough. I mean,
well, when a government agency says, you know what, we're not going to play this game, we're not going to settle, and we're going to countersue. And when they lose that countersuit, anything they get after that goes to the municipality, county government, whoever that has won the suit. And more than likely, they're not going to be able to get anything because they're going to be too darn scared to sue anybody else. And then realize if they do get that money, it's just going to turn around and go to back to the people that want the countersuit.
I just don't.
And I just think that's the one way that we're going to see something. We have to see prosecution willing to push the issue for these folks.
They're too blasé. They're like,
yeah.
Blah, blah. I wasn't told about it. Blah blah. Like,
Well, that's kind of like what I was saying earlier.
You were told about it. Like,
what kind of pathetic human being goes into someone's Facebook account just to go grab pictures of their kids just so they can harass the other person with using the picture of their kids?
Yeah.
What kind of a pathetic loser spends their whole day trying to get people fired from their jobs, trying to call their employers, trying to find out an identity of someone that's disagrees with them and is willing to call them out on their stupidity.
Yeah.
The reason why he's doing so much, is he has time. He ain't doing jack shit, and that's another thing. If Chris Reiter is truly knows how to work with his hands and knows how to be a handyman, because I don't think he's a contractor. I think he's more of a handyman at best. Why the heck is he not working with Angie's List or Handy to at least get some daytime handyman jobs to help pay the bills?
I have a background in construction. Like, my dad and I ran a legitimate construction business. I've been a part of it from. We even drew up papers to build our own house twice, and once for my grandparents. I built the house from digging the footings, putting in the ventilation, the electrical, the plumbing, to pouring the slab, to putting up the frame, everything.
Right.
I've taken steps in every part of the construction process. Chris, the way he behaves, he's never been a part of that world. That world comes with a level of respect and decorum in the way that you handle yourself, the way that you interact with others, and the sheer disrespect he displays for anybody else, even people he doesn't like or that he likes. That sheer level of disrespect tells you that, one, that's why he's not on Angie's List, because his reviews would be negative stars. They would allow it. And he's not been on any other thing that was like a neighborhood, or he's not advertising with flyers around his neighborhood. That tells you he's not proud of his work. And the people around that live around him in his close area, they know he's full of it. And that's why he's got to drive 3 hours to put up 4 ceiling tiles. And if he does work at all, I have a feeling it's either under the table or as unskilled labor for another contractor. Meaning, he'll show up later in the day with a broom, and they'll go, "Okay, Chris, go sweep up that corner of the site. You're helping us out a lot, buddy." And he goes, "Thank you, guys. I'm such a contractor." and that's the only thing he does. To be honest, the way he comports himself, the way that he holds himself, yeah, he's going to get dirty. He's going to have that appearance at the end of the day from carrying a broom, from cutting out door jams. Maybe they let him handle a Sawzall for 10 minutes, and he cuts out a door jam with his hands like, "I hope I'm doing it right." Or he gets a nail and hammer and does a couple clips here and there. But he's never done anything about interacting with buyers, with clients, with anything the way he acts. I can tell you that with a fair amount of fear.
Yep, I agree.
And I agree with you too, because when he was trying to describe what he did, it talked about setting up like different vendors that would handle certain things, like doing signs and stuff like that. And I said, that sounds like project management. This dude is not a project manager. There's no way he's a project manager. I've worked with project managers in my current career,
And then Killa almost lost it when he tried to describe the whole roughing in. It's like, wait a minute, no, really, uninspected, Chris. Tell us more. It was just like you give a man enough rope and he will hang himself.
Well, that's kind of what I had to do with Tyrants Beware. Tyrants Beware started bragging about being C++ certified. His exact words, C++ certified computer technician.
Bragging on Facebook.
And when I read that, I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. Well, C++ is a computer language.
Is an application, isn't it? Like
it's code? A computer language. It's a programming language.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just. But I've known programmers, and they will never refer themselves as technicians. They will say they're certified with this language. They're certified C++ programmer at best, but they will never call themselves a computer technician. And computer technicians would never call themselves a programmer. And yes, there might be a little bit of overlapping in the two fields, in a sense that I might write scripts to kind of help me do my job faster, but they're not programs. And a programmer might know basic computer troubleshooting so they can keep themselves going without having to wait for the computer technicians to show up to fix whatever simple problem they're having. But like I said,
yeah, because usually programmers aren't techs.
They're not. No. So when he referred himself that way, I'm like, dude, no, you're not.
Yeah,
you're not.
No. He was in GS's chat last night.
I'm a programmer. They'll say, "Oh, I am a meat popsicle," or they'll have some other pop culture niche reference that's related to technology or computers, or something from a funny movie that they know as a kid that represents one of their personas online. They'll respond with a quippy remark like, "Yeah, I have to defend my job from AI and all that kind of." They don't really ever call themselves, "Oh yeah, I'm a programmer." Like, no.
And then his Sunday night, he had to switch from screen to screen to copy paste stuff. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, if you're a programmer, you would already know how to have multiple windows open and ready for you to copy paste on the fly. You would be doing that. No, you're not a programmer. Every programmer I know has about 5,000 windows open, and all of them are where they can get to, where they can copy paste stuff. Because sometimes you got a section of code that you reuse everywhere, and it's easier to copy paste it than just typing it out every time.
Yeah.
But
right.
So
copy this text here, and then you get another macro to put it in this part here, regardless of what screen or what system you're on, because you have your system down.
Yeah. And that's kind of one of the things I try to do is I try to have multiple windows open. I do have 3 monitors, and I try to have where I can easily click through the tabs and get to where I need to be, and be able to switch off as needed.
I got 4.
You got 4? Yeah, 3 is about max I can do on my desk.
5, but my 5th one is it's kind of high, so I only use it usually for my PS5 if I have it on. I usually run
right. Yeah, I might need to invest in a monitor arm where I can put 4 monitors on it and maybe do it that way. But right now, the 3 is ideal. In fact, my MacBook only can support 3, so I'm probably just going to run with that and not worry with it.
Oh yeah, I had to build the PC a couple of years ago. I should have put 124 or 120 gigabytes of DDR5, but I only did 6.
All right, let's see what Twiggy is saying.
Twiggy says,
it's amazing, ain't it? He probably got fired.
No, it was his hands are too pretty.
Oh,
yeah,
that too. That too.
And that too is that also one thing I've noticed about his hands is if you know anything about COPD, is that the nails kind of do this like curve to it.
Yeah, curve. I was going to say bubbling, but curve, yes.
Yeah, not bubbling. How do you guys explain it?
It grows out in this weird curve, right?
Not in
Yeah.
a curve, no. Like the nail is, I want to say it's like, you know how like some nails kind of have a little, like they kind of have a little bit of a, some nails are flat, like my thumbnail. I have one thumbnail that grows out flat. The other ones have kind of a curve to it.
Oh, okay. All mine are curved.
Yeah. Okay.
But his, yeah.
Is that
like,
what it is?
What's that?
Is a Taylor, what was it? Yeah, Barley says, is it called clubbing?
Clubbing. There, yeah, clubbing. So, but I'm trying to describe it. I don't know. I can't.
Top, instead of curving, it kind of grows to like a more of a flat instead of a curve.
No, it's so your nail. If you look at your nail, it kind of has like kind of a curvature to it.
Yeah.
You know, some people's their nails grow out flat. Some people's kind of have like a little curve to it or a wedge, you know, or something. His are like way, I don't know, puffier. I don't know. Like, Doc, can you look up?
Has it got something to do with the COPD and how he sleeps?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, like the lack of oxygen.
Well, he smokes so darn often that, I mean, it's not surprising.
Well, maybe it's one of the reasons that...
Was that where you were going to the other night when you were asking about his medical insurance?
That was what?
Was that where you were going to, the angle you were getting ready to take when you asked him about his medical insurance?
No, I was, because, man, that guy needs some atropine. Like, or some hypocosamine. I mean, like, he needs something for those secretions.
No.
He just has way too much phlegm
and
spit in his mouth. He needs something.
Well, he needs, well, it's not just that. He needs it for, I imagine he has a lot of medical issues that he doesn't know about, especially if he's not insured. So.
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know, but all I know is that the spit and the slurring, like, he reminds me of some of my Parkinson's patients who have like the excessive drooling. You know?
And the mood swing.
Yeah. Well, you know, Killa is live. His music intro is being played right now, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Now, folks, I did set it up where you will go right there. It's going to be a raid on his channel from us. So we'll go ahead and do that and send everyone over. And we will have another stream. I think I'm going to do another one on Thursday night. Secret Chaos. If you guys want to hang out for a couple of minutes, we'll talk backstage, especially about the I Got Carrots hashtag.
Yep,
I'm sure some people will figure it out. So if you guys want to hang out for a moment, and after the outro is played, we'll talk for a few minutes.
I got carrots.
I got carrots. All right. Hey, everybody. Until next time, take care of yourself. See you Thursday night. Good night.
Bye.
Finish your dram, mind yourself on the way out, and until next time, take care of yourself.
Well, the night's grown quiet, the story's all told. The fire's burning down to embers and gold. Your glass is near empty, your laughter still rings from the jokes and the truth and the wild little things. We sang for the fighters, we laughed at the fools. We bend just a bit, but we don't break the rules. From tall tales to truths that cut clean to the bone. You were never quite here, but never alone. So raise up your glass, let the good times stay close to the friends that you've made and the ones you need most. When the lights all go dim and the yourself. So raise up your glass, don't be facing the night with a heart that's too heavy or dimming your light. 'Cause the stories ain't over, they're just getting rest, and the next one might just be the bird. Off with you now, don't be strangers, we'll keep the fire warm. So raise up your glass, let the good times stay close to the friends that you've made and the ones you need most. When the lights all go dim and the last call's in sight, we'll be waiting right here for another night.
Big gulps, huh? All right. Well, see you later.